Today on the podcast, we have some breaking news as far as AI and fundraising. A company called Modular has just secured $100 million to build tools to optimize and create AI models. So today on the podcast, we're going to be diving into what exactly Modular does, what they're going to be spending this money on, and how we see this impacting the industry as a whole. So let's dive into it. Welcome to the AI Chat Podcast. I'm your host, Jaden Schaefer. Every day, I break down AI news, interview guests, and explain the implications of AI in your life and business. Make sure that you go to aibox.ai, link in the show notes, to join the waitlist for our new AI platform. We're going to be launching an incredible platform that allows you to build anything you want with workflows in AI. So you're able to chain together ChatGPT and image generators and audio generators to make really powerful apps for your organization, or you can host them on our marketplace and actually generate royalties from them. So make sure to go to aibox.ai and join the waitlist. In addition, if you like the podcast, if you could do me a massive favor and please leave us a review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. This helps me be able to get better guests on here as they check the reviews to see how you guys are liking it. So if you could please do that, I would really appreciate it. Have you ever wanted to start your own podcast? I record and publish podcasts on a platform called Spotify for Podcasters, and I absolutely love it. Essentially, you can upload from your phone or computer, and it distributes to every platform that plays podcasts. They support video podcasts, and you can make money on the platform with ads or even podcast subscriptions, something that has made my life so much easier as a podcaster. So if you're interested, I highly recommend you give it a try. You can download the Spotify for Podcast app or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started on your podcast today. So Modular is a Palo Alto-based startup, and they are aimed essentially at optimizing and simplifying large-scale AI systems. And so with this new $100 million of funding that they've just secured, all of this was essentially led by General Catalyst, which is a massive VC fund, and it also saw participation from Google Ventures, SV Angel, Greylock, and Factory, bringing Modular's total funding now to $130 million because they'd previously done around $30 million. So according to their CEO, Chris Latner, the funds are going to be used for product expansion, hardware support, and growing Mojo, which is the company's proprietary programming language. And I've seen a bunch of tweets about Mojo. Some people are saying that this is going to be, killing a bunch of other languages. So it's going to be very interesting to see where this actually goes. So the company was co-founded back in 2022 by Latner and Tim Davis, who are both former Google colleagues. So Modular's mission is to remove the friction and complexity which is often associated with building and maintaining AI systems. So this is what they said, quote, "This funding will not be primarily spent on AI compute, but rather improving our core products and scaling to meet our incredible customer demand." So that was Latner. Both founders believe that the fragmented technical infrastructure in the AI industry is really kind of stemming progress, and they see Modular as a solution to this challenge. So Modular's engine, currently in closed preview, aims to improve the inference performance of AI models on CPUs and later this year on GPUs, which is going to be really interesting. So the enhancement not only promises to be cost effective, but also boasts a speed of up to 7.5 times faster for trained models running on native frameworks like, Google's TensorFlow or Meta's PyTorch. And this has compatibility across existing cloud environments and even other AI accelerator engines. So Modular offers an inviting, I think, really kind of a solid proposition for developers to use. So alongside its performance boosting engine, right, because that's a big component of this, Modular is also developing Mojo, which I talked about a little bit in the intro. But essentially, this is a programming language currently in preview that combines the ease of Python with features like caching, adaptive compilation techniques, and metaprogramming. So according to Latner, the CEO, the programming language is aimed to help defragment their AI technology stack and speed up innovation. So I think the demand for high performance AI is really just kind of straining existing infrastructure. We're seeing a ton of different companies come out with all sorts of solutions to this. I mean, even the fact that NVIDIA hit a $1 trillion market cap at one point because the demand for their chips is so high. I mean, you can look at the stock price of NVIDIA today is absolutely skyrocketing all-time highs. And you see really in this whole space, the reason for that is because there is just so much demand for this AI in this infrastructure. And like they're saying, it kind of is straining the existing infrastructure, right? Because if you want the latest NVIDIA chips, there is a line around the door. You're going to have to fight other AI companies. And I've even seen, it even feels like companies that are able to get their hands on some of these training chips have a major competitive advantage over others that might have, perhaps great talent, great data. They just can't get like the infrastructure. They can't get like the chips sometimes. And so I think when you kind of see this situation, you really start to look at, what are the other solutions we can find to solve some of these problems. And I think this is really where they're trying to plug in. So I think the demand right now is super high, and Microsoft has actually already flagged a hardware shortage that could cause service disruptions. And GPU provider NVIDIA's best performing AI chips are completely sold out until 2024. That's absolutely insane, right? We're in this big AI boom and NVIDIA's chips are sold out. So Latner acknowledges the growing crisis, and he says, quote, "The compute power needed for today's AI programs is massive and unsustainable under the current model. We're already seeing instances where there is not enough compute capacity to meet demand." So given this landscape, startups like Decky and OctoML are also really focusing on making training AI models more efficient. But still, the adoption of new programming languages in a Python-dominated landscape raises a lot of questions. So as of 2020, 87% of data scientists were regular Python users. However, Latner remains really optimistic about Mojo, noting its ability to bring together various components of AI applications without sacrificing performance or scalability. So 4 months after its product keynote, Modular's community has surged to over 120,000 developers, and leading tech companies are already really using the startup's infrastructure. I think they have, 30,000 developers on their wait list, and the company has made a really strong impression in a short period. So the most important enemy of Modular, I think, is complexity. That's according to Latner, their CEO. He said, quote, "The Modular engine and Mojo together level the playing field, and this is just the start." In a sector, I think, where demand is fast reaching its sustainability limits, right? We're seeing this in all sorts of areas. I think Modular's kind of influx in capital could be a real game changer for them and allow the company to kind of expand its suite of solutions to a much broader market, making AI ultimately more accessible, affordable, and, really sustainable for enterprises of all sizes. So I think from a funding standpoint, the startup is off to a really good start. And now I think we're just going to be keeping our eyes open and watching where they grow and what they do, and how their products are received as they actually start launching and getting more mass adoption.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. That's the sound of switching your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling. Harness the best converting checkout and same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Stop leaving sales on the table. Discover why millions trust Shopify to build, grow, and run their business. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech23.
Thank you for listening to the AI Chat Podcast. If you enjoyed the podcast, I'd appreciate it if you rate me wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you're looking for an innovative group of AI enthusiasts, make sure you check out our Discord channel and also our Facebook community. It's obviously a lot more interactive than a podcast, where we can actually share software tools, prompts that we're using in everyday AI. I'll leave a link for those in the description below.